Welcome back to DXB Today, where we shine light on your path to securing funding for your brilliant investment idea to get your idea off the ground. Now, our next guest always suffered from mosquito bites, and most of the repellents she used either didn't work, smelled terrible, or were full of chemicals. So she decided to make her own. Please welcome to the show Shona Hind, the founder of Free Me Company. Shona, it's great to meet you in person, finally.
Thank you.
So we got in touch about 5 years ago during COVID. You were kind enough to send me some of your products. How has it been since?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's been wonderful, a roller coaster of ups and downs, but a journey that is really making a difference, not just in my life, but I hope in the life of lots of other people's and families.
Absolutely, and especially living in Dubai, when you have younger kids, mosquitoes are a bit of an issue over here, and I can never seem to find the right product. So I want to know a little bit more about your brand, Free Me, a little bit about the science behind it, because it is free from nasties, safe to use on kids particularly.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I suffered personally with mosquito bites, and then I identified a gap in the market for a more natural product. I've lived in Dubai for nearly 20 years. I had younger children then that are now grown-up adults. But I also noticed that there was no products available that were suitable for babies, for families, nothing that was in a good sized bottle that you could travel with, that you could use here, that was a safe product to use. And most importantly, something that was free of chemicals and that didn't cost you over 100 dirhams and made you smell really bad. And I say most importantly, the biggest difference with Free Me is that it really works.
Shona, I love your product, and I love a
you.
few things about it. I mean, one, it's natural, and two, it's what a lot of people have been looking for, and there aren't a lot of people out there. So from an investor's perspective, having a low competition environment is great for a product like yours. And you're obviously solving a problem for people, which they, where they're suffering from something. How did you reach your customers? How did you kind of go out and get your product into the market and get them buying from you? What was your initial, when you decided to launch the product? How are you putting it in people's hands?
First of all, I'm a very pure, kind and real person. So that's what I wanted to instill into my business. Pure ingredients, kind intentions, and really telling the truth with everything, which I found was missing from a lot of products that people were spraying on their families. So that's why I wanted to create something natural and that was safe, but as I say, something that made a difference, something that delivered happiness. I'm in the business of always wanting people to be happy. So I wanted to make, and I call them naturally kind solutions that improve life quality. But what's most important to me is that people can trust our products.
I like that. I like what you said, make people happy, because mosquitoes do not make people happy at all. I see that you've got two different kinds over here, I think.
have.
Can you tell us more about them?
Yes, of course. So we started, the science behind mosquito repellent is, the science behind Free Me is the use of natural essential oils. Now in plants, I wanted to bring these to show you. So in the natural plants themselves, the organic compounds within them work in synergy together to repel predators against plants. So really all I've done with Free Me is I've taken this natural way that plants protect themselves and I've put these ingredients into Free Me repellent. So we have citronella and lemongrass, which was our flagship product, and then we introduced lemon eucalyptus. All these three oils are really good, natural, effective for keeping mosquitoes away and flies and wasps. And these are 97% natural. Everything is very clearly labelled. And the only additives in here are solubilizers to blend the products, preservatives, and 1% of vitamin E, which keeps the fragrance on the skin longer. The fragrance has been a very important thing to customers. I mean, from day one, I just launched my product at ripe markets. I still am the only one doing all the markets, going around with my husband helping me as well. So to be with customers, to listen to their pain points, to include what they wanted in a mosquito repellent is how I labelled my product, because that's how I wanted people to buy it. So when I created the first batch here in the UAE, I made 5,000 bottles. of the 250 ml size. I made it the lowest price and the largest size bottle in the UAE to be above any other chemical-based competitors, because I don't have any natural-based competitors.
So when it comes to the financials, actually, that's really
Yes.
interesting. So what's the global spend when it comes to actual other products?
Now, are you sitting down? Well, you are sitting
Yes.
down.
Yes.
So what excited me at the beginning is because I used to work for a bank, so I quit the corporate life there. And when I started to look at spending my end of service on creating this product, I was looking at different platforms for market spend. And the global market spend on mosquito repellent is $5 billion a year, rising to 9 billion by 2027.
Wow.
Now, when I then drilled down to look at the the one that was most advancing, it was that people were requiring a more natural-based repellent. And then it even tells you in which vessels, sprays, gels, creams, and the second option was spray. So I'm looking at Free Me, I'm looking at a natural repellent, I'm looking at, a spray, and I'm thinking $5 billion a year. One tiny % of that. And it's not really just, it's about the size of the market from a business perspective, but it's about the difference that you can make, freeing people, like you say, from nasties, with a product that is free from nasties. And all our products will always be cruelty-free, planet-friendly, vegan friendly as well. So for me, it was about getting a product, not just in the UAE, but globally, that can fix this problem. And with, rapid urbanisation everywhere in the world, mosquito problem is just going to keep getting, progressive.
Fantastic. So my mind's blown. So when it comes to the R&D, how long did that take, and what's for the future as well? I've got maybe pets, a pet.
Yes. Yeah. So
Pet repellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is actually working. This is safe to use on dogs. Going back to the first question, so for the research and development, I spent nearly a year because I wanted to know, and because it's me behind it and my pure, kind and real values, I wanted people to trust the product and know that it works. What's the point in bringing a mosquito repellent out if it doesn't repel? So for a year, I was testing it, trialing it on friends, family, volunteers, and they were all saying how magic it was, or it didn't smell that great, or it needed to last a bit longer. So we took a year doing that. And then that actually led to one of my friends who is an equine specialist. One of her friends was using it on her horses for flies. So we sat together and thought, well, if we've made this for humans, how can we make it better for horses and spread the love a little bit more? So then we created Fly Free, which is a product for horses, which is now working really well on camels in the region as well.
I think that's the best
dogs
part.
as well.
Yeah, and it's all produced in the
All
UAE
produced in
and
UAE.
certified by the Dubai
Dubai
Municipality.
Municipality.
No, Shona, I
Shona,
think
congratulations, and
That's
thank you
okay.
so much for coming on the show and telling us about your product.
That's okay, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Shona, yeah, definitely, we'll stay in touch. I've got some ideas. But I think it's that time, Ahmed, for the guest co-host to get quizzed.
Yes, so Abdullah, we have a section in our show that is the XB in 60, and it's just rapid fire questions just to get to know you better in 60 seconds. So are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cue the clock in 3, 2, 1. What was your first job?
My first job at the age of 16 was working with a company installing air conditioners on residential buildings.
Okay, cool. What is your motto in life and work?
Be kind, be authentic, and be real.
Okay, one top tip that you can give to entrepreneurs that just are looking for funding.
Yeah, be yourself and be credible. Know everything you need to know before you go and sit in front of an investor, because every time you do that, it's a one-shot deal.
Definitely.
So you've got to make sure that you make the most of that one shot.
True. Okay, something else now. What is your go-to restaurant here in Dubai?
Oh my goodness. Well, I love Tasha's, I'll be honest with you.
Love
Yeah.
Tasha's too as well. I agree with you. A superpower you wish you had?
Superpower. I wish I could see into the future.
Okay, I like that. That's cool. And I think we're running out of time. Just one last question. Why Dubai?
Look, I mean, my family, I come from a very large family. More than half of us are in Dubai. This is a great place to live. It's a great place to work. It's secure, safe. the weather's hot in the summer, but you can travel to so many places so easily. No, I mean, it's a great place to do business as well. So.
Fantastic. Abdullah, thank you so much. You did really well in your first ever DX Bean 60. Thank you so much for your time. And Shona, once again, can't wait to have you back. And I'm hoping you leave some products for us.
Of course, I'll hold some for you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Time now for a quick break. And once we come back, we have a fantastic performance by none other than Gohari.